The Steel City might be most associated with its legendary NFL franchise, but people here in Pittsburgh know that the ties to the Panthers run deep. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Stanford Cardinals, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Powell. Lined up for the opening kickoff. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Stanford's offense is on the field for the first time today. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And
fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick. The offense lining up for a first down play. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Anderson will throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Those defenders were seeing red, and the quarterback felt it and got down quickly. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Here's the handoff. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Sampson. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Looking deep. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Oh, man, what a missed opportunity. Big fella almost got to run with the ball. Instead, it falls incomplete and brings up second down. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Lets it fly deep downfield. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground. A 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Lets it go to the end zone. And that ball is picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. He's looking to throw it. Buys a little time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He wants to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode and try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
He's got his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Anderson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give him a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds, and incomplete. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Getting some heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the north side of Pittsburgh.
Stanford will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and miss this ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. The give to the tailback. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught behind the line. It's Avant. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. On second down, just keeps firing. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, still a 6-point game, but a missed opportunity.
And that hurts, missing that field goal, especially when you're going up against a defense like this. One of the best in the entire country. You have got to be able to come away with points when you have opportunities.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Stanford quickly to the line. They're going to run it. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Right back to the well. Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Looking for space. It's Sampson. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. The give as they work on that clock. Discards a man. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can pick up a yard here on 2nd down, that might put this one in the books. Back to the ground with the running back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. To the ground to try to move the chains. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Power football with the run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Cardinal!
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Baylor has opened up the playbook, and they are scoring in bunches right now. This offense has been electric. They're up 14 over Utah. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Anderson will throw. Got his man in the middle. Tackled immediately after the catch. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. They'll run this play from the pistol. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. On the ground, it's Sampson. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He got it.
The kick is good. That makes the score Stanford 10 and 6.
First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Okay, 1 possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, Dick. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Gotta have it here on 4th down. He's taking a deep shot. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. Both of these offense sputtered and stammered like a 73 AMC Pacer if they made one of those back then, and ultimately they come up short.
Sounds like a beautiful car that you just want to run better, and that's the problem with this offense right now. They've got the guys to make the plays, just not able to execute here today, Dave.
And it's frustrating because you want to make those plays, especially offensively, but you got to find a rhythm. You got to find something you do well and kind of stick to it. That offense couldn't find anything they did really well, and that's why they couldn't put points on the board.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been